So we are speaking about engineering innovation, and with me this morning I have Mr. Colin Gopal, who is the chair of the Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineers, Trinidad and Tobago section. I also have with me the Rukaya Baksh, who is the former UE student branch of the same institute. Now, this morning we are going to talk about the celebratory conference for Professor Kenneth S. Julian, and we are talking about how do you pronounce that?
Festschrift, yes.
That's a little bit hard to pronounce.
Yeah. Let's think of it as a festival.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I almost said Festschrift.
That's good enough. Yeah. It's a German word, just basically means so it's something that you do for distinguished professors.
I see.
That's done by the students or people he had mentored over the years.
Okay.
And in the case of Prof, that's generations, because he's 86 years old. He's one of the leaders in engineering in Trinidad and Tobago. He is one of the pillars of UE electrical engineering and of course at UTT.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about the dinner firstly, and the when it is, where it's going to be.
Sure. So this Sunday is a dinner at the Hyatt Hotel. It's starting at 7, Sunday the 25th. That's this Sunday coming up.
Right.
Right. It's starting at 7 p.m. and going till 9:30, and we'll be showcasing a video there, a video biography, which will be about half an hour about his life and his contributions over the years. And the following day, on the Monday, we'll have a full-day conference with a number of distinguished speakers.
Okay.
For example, we have Uric Bob, Frank Lookin, Ken Snaggs, Professor Clem Imber. The ceremony will be opened by the Honorable Minister Franklin Khan,
Right.
and it will be closed by the Honorable Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Rowley.
Tell me a little bit about his legacy and what he has done for the field of engineering.
In Trinidad and Tobago, not just engineering, but energy. The Point Lisas Industrial Estate, founder, like I said, of UTT, served on so many state boards, chairman of TNTech, Nehurst, all these different things. Founder of our revenue streams, NGC, Atlantic.
Right. Okay.
Right, Atlantic LNG. So his contribution is enormous.
Yeah, absolutely enormous.
And he is the only fellow of the IEEE in Trinidad and Tobago, and we believe in the Caribbean region as well.
Right.
Right, and that is, fellows of the IEEE. For example, the 2018 Physics Nobel Prize winner, one of the 3 winners, is an IEEE fellow. So IEEE fellows are like peaks in the mountain ranges. Yeah.
That sounds like he's himself is a mountain. He himself is a mountain in regards to this. Rukaya, what has your experience been with the professor? Have you been acquainted with him?
No, I haven't actually met him directly, but I know I've I've been exposed to in part, a lot of the lecturers or the senior engineers that I would have met through the years as a student have been influenced by him. So I don't know him directly, but I deal with his influence greatly. His influence,
so those he mentored or taught, and those lessons passed on to you generations ahead.
Correct, and he would have helped shape the engineering department at the university as well, which I'm a graduate of. So a lot of the courses he would have influenced the flow of the program and the structure itself. He would have played a great part in it.
So would you? Well, obviously you would be there for the conference and the dinner.
Of course, yes, I will be there.
And you said that it would highlight the biography of his life and his contributions.
Yes. And we intend as well, funding provided, of course, sponsorship provided,
right,
to video record the entire 2 days of event, and again put together that in some type of documentary, and again that will be like an archive, could be, let's say, at NALIS, the National Library, or at UTT or somebody, so that students in the future could, some of your earlier speakers were talking about, inspiring, the next generation, to be more than they can be.
That's right.
Yeah, so that's what.
Because it's all about sharing that experience and passing it on, and the knowledge, and passing that on to the future generations, so that the legacy would not be lost.
But this event is more than just that. It's also about charting the way forward in the future. So each of these distinguished speakers, which we have about 21 in total, will be also talking about their vision for going, because Prof was a visionary. So one of the best ways of paying a tribute to him is to continue that path. And in addition to that, we will be launching an endowment fund where we hope to raise enough funds to put money towards research. So normally we say there's no money for research and this, that, and the other. This is one of those opportunities where with this fund, the Nobel Prize is an endowment fund, is a legacy fund.
Yes.
So, we're trying to do something like that to promote research in Trinidad and Tobago.
And it's very important. So this is a step in the right direction.
Yes.
And I do wish you all the best for this event for Professor Kenneth S. Julian. That was Colin Gopal, Chair of the Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineers Trinidad and Tobago section, and Rukaya Baksh, who is a former UE student of the UE branch of the same. Thank you for joining us this morning, and thank you for being here on the set of